I'm Stacy Gordon. Welcome to 70s Kids Today. Growing up in the 1970s, we didn't have cell phones and computers. We were barely able to watch television when we wanted. But the one thing we had a lot of, imagination. My friends and I would play something different every single day, but a lot of days we were playing work. Sometimes we were school teachers and we were teaching math to all our stuffed animals and baby dolls. Sometimes we played library. If I could get my mom to buy me a pack of index cards, we would make out little cards like library cards to stick in each book. My Barbie doll had a super cool modern townhouse, and she drove a dune buggy. The dune buggy also had a pop-up camper that it would pull around. Barbie had it made. But when we played, we never really thought about how Barbie was going to pay for any of that stuff. We played school or library. We didn't think about paychecks or paying bills. We just thought it was fun. We certainly never thought about retirement. Later on, when I got a real job at the age of about 20, I still didn't think much about it. Hell, for the first 10 years I worked at my job, I thought it was temporary and I was going to be moving on to some other career. Honestly, it probably wasn't until I was about 40 years old that I actually started seriously thinking about retiring one day. Maybe it started when I would go to the beach for a week and think, I really don't want to leave. One day I'm just going to live here. Maybe when I retire, I'll just move to the beach. Or maybe even on a staycation when I'd be at home for a week and think, gosh, where did the week go? When I retire, I'm finally going to get that closet cleaned out. I'm going to get all these photographs organized. So the list of things that I was going to do just kept growing in my head. I'm going to work out every single day. My body is going to be in shape. My friends will be retired too. We can get together anytime we want. We can have lunch together every day if we want to. I'm going to be organized. Everything in this house is going to be completely organized. Everything in my life is going to be completely organized when I retire. And then at some point around that time, you start to build this bucket list. For me, it involved a lot of traveling. I want to go to Ireland. I want to go to Bora Bora. I want to tour New England. I want to do an Alaska cruise. All these things, I'll do those when I retire. Then I'm going to say somewhere in your 50s, you actually start to get serious and you think, okay, when is this extraordinary thing going to happen to me? At what age do I think I can actually make this a reality? Here was my plan. I was going to work until I turned 60. If I'd been able to do that, that would allow me to celebrate my 40th anniversary of working with my employer, and I'd be past the magic age of 59 and a half, where I could start taking a draw from some of that money I worked so hard to save. As time went on and that date got a little closer, I decided screw the 40-year anniversary. My job was getting more and more stressful, so I decided I might back that up to 59 and a half. 59 and a half. But then in April of 2021, something really interesting happened. I was told that my job as I knew it would no longer exist. When I received this news, my world was turned upside down. I had a big decision to make. Do I accept another position within the company, a position that I don't want at all? ride it out until 59 and a half? Or is there some way I can go ahead and retire now? I started making phone calls and devising spreadsheets and canceling subscriptions, and I decided, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and retire now. So June 4th, 2021, when I was 57 and a half years old, I retired from my job of 37 and a half years. The first month or so didn't really feel any different to me. It felt like I was on vacation. Like I didn't have this big epiphany of, wham, your life is totally changed. I think after a couple of months, reality started to set in. And so did the depression. I'm a bossy person, a fixer. Most of my life, I was a mom and a manager. I fixed things. I helped people with problems. I worked things out. I found solutions to things. And all of a sudden, I wasn't doing that anymore. I didn't know my place. It felt like I didn't really have a purpose. Nobody needed me. COVID was still pretty real, and a lot of my friends weren't feeling like socializing. I had a limited amount of money that I was going to live on for 2 years until I really did turn 59 and a half. There wasn't a lot of expendable income in that bundle. Every time I would speak with a friend, they would say, "So, how do you like retirement? Is it wonderful? Do you love it?" And I didn't really have an answer for that. I loved not going to work. I loved not having stress. But I didn't realize what a... Wow. I didn't realize what a huge part of my identity that job was. There wasn't any traveling to Bora Bora or having lunch with my friends every single day because most of them were still working. I sat on one spot on my couch and stared out the window for a year. I didn't care if I got dressed or took a shower. Some days I didn't even know if I brushed my teeth or not. I couldn't remember. Every day seemed the same. When I first stopped working, my dad was 91 years old, but still pretty independent. As time went on, he quickly began needing me more and more. So I was doing a lot of caregiving, trying to manage my money, and basically just trying to keep going. Society wants you to believe that when you retire, you're going to have the time of your life. I couldn't figure out why I was so depressed. I was beginning to think I was crazy. It took me months before I realized why I was feeling the way I was and that I was definitely not alone. After a few months, I started a YouTube channel where I was cooking, and that brought me a lot of joy. So when I built That's My Jam, by the way, if you haven't checked that out, please do. That gave me something to do. It gave me a reason to take a shower, to wash my hair, to put on some makeup. It kept me relevant with technology because I had to learn to do a whole lot of things. It just made me feel like I was finally doing something that I wanted to do. For the first time, maybe in my whole life, I was doing what I wanted to do. It was the one thing that was bringing me joy, but people would say to me, well, why are you doing it if you're not making any money? Or what do you do with all that food you make? It just felt like a lot of people didn't understand why I was doing what I was doing, and that was okay because I have a lot of people who do support me. After the depression, I got mad. I got mad at my employer because I felt like I was betrayed. My plan was taken away from me. The rug was pulled out from under me, and I was mad. Then when I would meet new people and we talked about what we do, I wanted to say to them, I used to be important. I used to fix problems. I used to manage a team. I used to travel out of town 6 times a year. I used to go places. I used to be relevant. People looked at me like I had 3 heads. I don't know why it was so important to me to let new people that I met think that this isn't the person that I am. This is not the person that I've been all my life. This is a new person. That was difficult for me. Since I retired, several of my friends have also retired, and we're all over the board. I have one friend who travels all the time. I have another friend who, when I talked with her about, is retirement what you always pictured? She told me that she never really pictured anything. She just knew that she wouldn't be working anymore. So it's a different experience for everybody. So if you're one of those people who retired and you're doing exactly what you always dreamed of doing, good for you. If you're a person who retired and you just never really thought about what you were going to do, just not going to be working anymore, and you're perfectly fine, good for you. But if you're somebody who thought retirement was going to be one thing, and it turned out to be a blindside. It turned out to be something that you didn't expect. I want you to know you're not alone. You're not crazy, and there's nothing wrong with you. You just need to find your relevance. There's ways to work past the depression. There's ways to work past the anger. I'm sure this won't be the last time we talk about retirement on this channel, but that's enough for today. I said what I wanted to say, and I hope maybe it was helpful for at least one person out there. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you again real soon. The next time we visit the subject of retirement, we're going to discuss how to find your lost relevance. So make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a thing.